The combined gas law is next, and if you're doing well with the other ones, this one's going to make a lot of sense. So all we're doing is combining all of them into a nice equation that looks like this. So again, situation number one, situation number two, group them together and events that happened, and then solve for one of them. So let's take a look at an example. So just so you know, like we talked about before, this is idea of STP, and STP is just going to insinuate that you have 1 atmosphere of pressure in 273 Kelvin. So remember that when it says STP, we talked about that before. So we have a gas that occupies, so let's talk about our given here, and I just put these out here just because do it a little faster, a little cleaner. Occupies 7.84 milliliters. That's our volume 1. Our pressure 1, and so we got that taken care of. Our pressure 1 is 71.8 kilopascals. Our temperature is going to be 298 because it says 25 right here, so we'll add 273. And this says what is our volume 2. So we need to consider what our volume 2 is. And then our pressure 2 says at STP. Now remember, STP, it's just going to tell us that it's 273 as our standard temperature, and then our standard pressure is 1 atmosphere. But remember, 1 atmosphere actually equals 101.325 kilopascals. Now I put it in that just because that's what we're at here. So you kind of go based off of what you're given, or it doesn't really matter. Actually, we could change this one to atmospheres too, but since this one was already in kilopascals, we just changed that to this one down here to kilopascals too. So the equation, again, since it's a combined gas law, it is actually, here's the different relationships we have with it. And again, I got that from taking Boyle's, Charles, and Gay-Lussac's law. And so we're going to take this equation right here and put it together. So if we put it together here, we're going to put our P1 is right here, 71.8. And again, I'm going to leave off the units just to kind of clean this up a little bit. Our V1 is right here, 7.84. Our T1 is 298. This equals 101.325. I do not know what my V2 is, but I do know that my T2 is 273. And to solve this, I'm simply going to take the reciprocal of this and multiply it put it over here and multiply it out. So I'm basically canceling out the right side, doing the same to the left side. So my answer, if you work that on the calculator, is going to be 5.09, and we're in milliliters because that's what we were given up here. So that's the combined gas law. The combined gas law isn't really any more difficult than the other three. Just you're going to get 5 variables given, and you have to solve for the 6th. So the other thing to remember is STP might come into play. We're always going to use our Kelvin, not Celsius. Hope this helps. Take a look at the Canvas assignment. Give the combined gas law a try, and hopefully it goes well.